Welcome back, Ugly House Rescuers. Today, if you watched part one of the patio windows, we are installing the plastic back in the windows. So you see we bought a very large roll of plastic that has to be divided into 43 by 18 inch lengths. We can get 3 of them across in a roll. So that is what we're doing now. So we're marking the length and then we'll draw the lines and then we'll cut them. All right, we're using a large square to mark the 43-inch across length. So sometimes the problem is the end cut's not square and that can cause your measurements to be off. So we just compensate to the best of our ability. And so now we're subdividing it into the 3 sections. And if you, well, I think pretty much the whole country right now is in a gigantic heat wave. So we're trying to do as much work possible because we're in Florida to avoid having to be out in the heat. But the problem is going to be we're going to run into no other interior work to do, and it's going to be August, like the hottest month. But we will deal with that when we get to it.
Good. So
now he's using a razor knife to cut down the marks to end up with the 3 pieces. We have a little leeway. The frames are only like 16 when we're thinking add an inch into the groove is 17, and these are 18-inch wide. So we have a little leeway, but not a ton.
so far so good. We've done what, 3 windows?
Yep, we've done 3 windows, and we have 40 to do. Huh. Sometimes when you're flipping a house, there's just things that become so monotonous. And I think by 40, this will be one of them.
We're getting faster though.
Yep, the more and more you do, the better you get at it, the faster you get.
This vinyl's not cheap either to mess it up.
Yeah.
So what was this, like $400 or something?
No, because we ended up getting the 10 gauge.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was like $200 for a roll of 20 yards.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. We are reusing the spline that was in the windows because we looked everywhere and the only place we found the spline was ridiculously expensive. So, and so far the old spline seems to be working fine. If you see, we're doing this on our new beautiful floor. That's why he has a board underneath where he's cutting, as to not to damage the new beautiful floor.
I need a bigger board though. Alright, that's 3.
Yay, 3 pieces. On to the frames. Okay, so we have the spline separated in piles of length. Spam. And placing it in the frame.
That's close. Yeah, it seems so short.
It looks a little long on that end. Yep, see the importance of cutting it to the right size. And the importance of keeping my finger out of the frame of the picture.
Yeah, we're good, but we're close to this direction. I have to be careful. I don't know why
Okay.
that's the 43, right?
Yes.
Alright, it'll be alright.
Okay, so we always start on the long end. And you see the windows have a center board support. It's not a board, it's a metal support. And there seems to be lines on the frame as to where it goes because those can move. So we make sure we set that in place.
We don't have a lot of playroom if we get short.
So he's putting the spline in place and now he's got to lock it into the groove. And the whole thing is you got to keep the plastic film tight and without wrinkle as much as possible.
And they recommend not rolling it like screen like you normally would. That's why you see me pressing the spline in. It's a hard spline. But it seems to work just as good rolling it, but I think you can get it too tight. And then when it gets hot, it shrinks. And you don't want it pulling loose. So, I'm trying to follow their rules a little bit. And then at the end you can roll it.
Goes in pretty deep.
Alright, let's see if we got enough over here.
Well, it's always nice to start a new project, especially after he's been doing flooring for a week. But it came out really nice. You'll probably can see, I'll give you a little peek. He even got in all the shoe mold around the edges and got all the baseboards painted. Even got a lot of the touch-up paint on the walls done. So everything inside is looking #1.
Yeah, this is technically our first exterior project since
Yeah.
we bought the place and cleaned the yard up. So we're kind of drifting that way. Everything's about done inside, other than some real minor stuff.
And this is my attempt to show you a little bit more of the work that goes into a project instead of just showing you the beginning and then the end. But I know when I watch YouTube videos a lot, sometimes I just skip to the end to see what it will look like when they were done. So feel free to do that, but still make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing, turn on your notification bell. We're trying to grow this channel and we appreciate you watching. So yeah, he has to push the corners in really well, and he does that with the screwdriver.
They say when it gets warm, it shrinks a little, and these little wrinkles will come out. But I'm sure, being I've done so much screen in my life, I can't stand leaving wrinkles in it like that.
As you can see, this spline is not easy to come out.
No, I don't want to damage it more trying to get it out. Let's see, let me finish it and then I'll decide. This side looks a lot better. We'll fix that, I'm sure, because that looks terrible. Let's see here. This is my first time doing these plastic porch windows. What do they call them? 3-season or whatever?
Yeah.
I don't know why, maybe because they're not good enough for winter? I don't know why they're
Winter here they are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just don't think they're going to keep you cool enough in the summer in Florida.
That's probably what it is. Side's looking fine. Still lift.
So he's gonna work on that wrinkle. But once you got all the spline in, then you have to go around and trim off the excess plastic film on the edges.
I need a different tool for that. There we go. Usually once you get it started, it comes out of there pretty decent. There, and stretch that out a little bit right there. That's better. Oops. There. This one's got a little bit of that, but I could probably get it better.
This has proven to be the most difficult out of the 4 panels we've done so far.
We thought we had it figured out.
Yeah, we're like, hey, let's do a video. We got to figure it out. And what do you know? That's when you come across a problem.
That's the way real life is.
Yeah.
That's part of it. I had this flap underneath it.
Yeah, the corners tend to be the trickiest part. There we go, wrinkle free. Now a trim.
Let's see, with everyone watching, see if I can cut it in half. Got these quality knives at Dollar General. $1.50. But they work great when you need them. We did most of this interior remodel with dull razor knives till we broke down and bought these.
And every time we went to Lowe's, we always forgot to get razor blades.
Spend $1,000 and come back without them. This is one of them jobs on a flip house. You could have just took these windows out and left screens and it probably would have been fine. But there's something cool about being able to close them if it's cold out, you want to stay a little warmer sitting out back. Or even really if it's somewhat hot, you could close them and leave the patio sliders open, get a little air in there if it's not too hot. Sometimes of the year.
Yeah.
So,
voila.
oh, I got one more edge.
Oh, one more edge.
It's so short it don't look like it. Alright.
So voila.
That is it. It's got a little tint to it. We could have went clear or we could have went tinted. And we went tinted. So.
That's very bright. But just so you can see, yes, so this is the patio. And part of it being tinted is it will hide not the best view, or help hide it at least.
Yeah, we want maybe privacy fence to the back.
Yeah, but you can see it goes into a track system here. There's 4 panels per window, hence 40 to do.
Yeah, a little tint.
Yeah, a little tint will keep a little of the sun out in the midst of Florida, but you can raise them to the top, you can lower them to the bottom, you can put them in the middle. So it's just a really nice idea. Well, we really appreciate you watching today. We hope to see you back soon. And we're saying goodbye from this ugly house rescue.